Hey Candace, I was just watching your video, and I had a couple things for you. First of all, badass job on the Disneyland thing. I know exactly what you mean. There have been plenty of amusement park rides that I couldn't ride because my fat ass was just too big to fit in that tiny ass car. So I know it felt good to be able to just get in there and be like, "What? Let's go, and just hit it." Um, Now I was thinking about you talking with your stomach. Um, Let me tell you something that my nutritionist told me, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not. You know, I just pay her. But I mean, the bottom line is, if you are eating your vitamins every day, you are drinking your water every day, and you're eating something. And you gotta have some food. You can't just live on vitamins. And your energy levels are where they need to be. You're not tired all the time. You have energy to move around and go walk and exercise. If those three things are right, you know, you're eating your vitamins, you're eating something, you're getting your water, and your energy levels, four things, are where they need to be. If you're not hungry, girl, don't eat. I mean, that's it. Look at look look at me. All right, I've got plenty of fuel if I'm not hungry. And the same thing pertains to you. If you aren't hungry, don't eat. You got this mental thing, and I realize you're only 11 weeks out, and it's still you're gonna have to they say it takes 7 days to make a habit, and it can take up to 90 days to break one. Um, you gotta tell yourself up here, am I hungry? And you get that already. You know what that feeling is like, that full feeling, and it's that I need to eat mentality that you got to break. And you're the same way that I am. I've been going to nutritionists and dietitians for years, and they tell you, you know, 7 small meals, 3 square meals. Everybody's got their own theory, but the thing is that when you got that lap band, it's a different story. Now, something I can tell you, when you were talking about your stomach rumbling, and I saw some of the comments folks were talking about, it could be food digesting and whatnot. If you hadn't eaten in 4 hours and your stomach's rumbling, it ain't food digesting. But I'll tell you what it might be. And then this happens a lot when your diet changes drastically. If you've been eating the same way for a long time, the tissues in the muscle walls of your stomach, because your stomach is a muscle just like your bicep is, and if you work that muscle out and you stretch that muscle, it starts to expand, it starts to stretch, the fibers start to stretch. And it's just like when you stretch out your hamstrings or you stretch your calves or anything like that. When you stretch those muscles every day, they stretch, and you can bend farther. It's like when you try to touch your toes. If you try to touch your toes every day for a month, eventually you're going to get there. But if you stop trying to touch your toes every day, those fibers are going to start to do this again, and they're going to start to contract. And that happens to your stomach too. Your stomach, actually, they call it shrinking, and I guess in essence it is your stomach shrinking, but there's a much more technical explanation for that. Turn this damn thing off. Air conditioner messes with the audio. Anyway, um, so that may also be uh, what it is. And being 11 weeks, maybe 12 if you had a pre-op, or 13 if you had a pre-op diet, your diet's changed drastically for a while, and you're not exercising that muscle anymore. Those fibers are starting to contract, and you'll know because you'll get cramps, maybe even some pains, and some females. Obviously I've never experienced a menstrual cramp before, but sometimes they'll say that it's kind of in comparison, but it's in a different pardon me, in a different area. Um, and I'm no doctor, but it's just something that I've experienced before, and something that maybe you might want to ask your doctor about. So that may be part of this whole rumbling stuff you got going on in here too. But anyway, bottom line is, girl, if you ain't hungry, just don't eat, man. I mean, that should be a no-brainer. Just make sure, and I'm gonna recap on this because I'm big on vitamins. Get your nutrition. Make sure you're taking your vitamins. Make sure you're drinking your water, and you'll know you're getting enough calories every day if you've got energy. If you've got energy, then you got nothing to worry about. Well, that's it, girl. Hey, you're doing awesome. Badass job on the 3 pounds. And I'm really fired up about your trip to Disneyland because that touches me here, and I'm sure it touches a lot of people. It's that's pretty cool. Anyway, I got a blog to do, and then I gotta go to bed because it's late. Take care.